Pete, West Palm Beach, Florida, Democrat. Good morning. You're next.
Good morning. This is Mr. I just want to refer that I'm a 92-year-old man, and I remember when Trump's father was in our village and talked to me personally. He was really a fan of Hitler. He said that dictatorship is not as bad as people think. He says one-man rule is better than having too many people trying to bring their opinion up. And that was the same thing his son did. He believes that dictatorship is the best thing for this country. And sooner or later, you're going to wake up and believe when he becomes president, he'll become a dictator. So, America, be aware. And I'll say goodbye to America. Hello.
This is totally unscripted. I'm going to let you know that. I came in with the president today. All they kept chanting was, Trump, 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 Trump. So, oh man, thank you, man. Look, man, hey, how much do you? So, I just want you to understand this. I was not supposed to speak. This is all unscripted. We're going to have a good time before the 47th President of the United States comes out. I see the signs in front. Hold them up real good. Make sure everybody can see the signs. I told you this open mic, I'm just doing what I want now. I saw Don Jr. come off. I go, Don. Hey, I can't control that, man. I got no control. Man, I
just met your pastor, your great pastor, Lorenzo Sewell, for hosting us. I want to thank Lorenzo for hosting us and for all the work he's done to serve the people of this community. I hear he's phenomenal. Where's Lorenzo? Where is Lorenzo? What a good job you've done, Lorenzo.
All I would say, and by the way, tremendous, bring on the live debates. Because what happens with this, it's all putting it out, yeah? There's nothing where he's really been challenged. It's appealing to, wow, you think Charlie Kirk is the... Oh, dear. Comment section.
And in particular, and remember this. Oh, wait a minute. Mike Lindell, please stand up, okay? Whoever heads the United Auto Workers is doing an absolutely terrible job. His name wouldn't be Sean Fain, would it? Sean Fain. Whoever this guy... You know, I got the Man of the Year in Michigan years ago, long before politics, like 12, 13 years ago. And you know who owns the car plants being built in Mexico? China!
How am I meant to take this guy seriously? I mean, do people really believe the fact that beef trend, can't even say it. Basically, you won't need to wipe your own backside after he has taken over. No, he's going to make sure that from now on you won't need toilet roll because the crap you'll be producing won't exist. Everything will be smelling roses. I mean, it's just anybody that believes this probably should go and get some therapy. He really believes that anything that's going on in the world right now that isn't good. Let's say you've run out of bread over the weekend. He'll sort it out. Let's say you happen to have, I don't know, a common cold. He'll sort it out. The great stutter... Seriously? I've seen a lot of politicians speak. I understand how the political game goes, but this guy? Rape. Guilty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, count it in, 31, 32, 33, 34.
And I said to Charlie, and I said to Michael, I said to everyone, listen, we don't need votes. We got more votes than anybody's ever had. We need to watch the vote. We need to guard the vote. We need to stop the steal. We don't need votes. We have to stop. Focus. Don't worry about votes. We got all the votes. I was in Florida yesterday. Every house has a Trump sign. Trump, 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 Trump. And you know who owns the car plants being built in Mexico? China! So we can't let these people destroy our country like this. I mean, they're going crazy. Today you read where they don't want to have any water in your dishwasher. So your dishwasher won't work. And they think that's good. So what you do is you keep having it go on and on and on. The electric bill is 10 times more than the water. And these are areas that have so much water, they don't know what to do with it. They're flooding. They're floodplains. They have so much water in many cases. Now, we can't do that. You know, I ended that. I went to, in Ohio, a great company was going out of business because of dishwashers. They wouldn't give the water. You couldn't sell the product. And South Korea and China were dumping dishwashers in here for half the cost. They weren't as good. Whirlpool, but half the cost, they weren't as good. And I went and I saved it. I put a 50% and 100% tariff on all of these dumped machines. And I saved that company. And then I said to the head of the company, it was great actually, called me, he said, we don't know what to do. You can't, I mean, they're dumping this stuff. They can't be, you know, they're losing a fortune. But it didn't matter because their governments were paying for it. He said, I don't know what to do. I said, it's okay. So I solved the one problem. They're not dumping. What's your next problem? They don't allow us to use water. We need more water. You can't wash dishes unless you have a certain amount of water. I said, how much do you need? We need just a little bit more. He said, I'll give you a lot more. I gave him a lot more. Now they want to end it again. You ever go into a new home where you have a shower where the water doesn't come out of the shower head? They put a restrictor on. I took all the restrictors off. I took them off. I've had the experience. I take a shower. I want that beautiful head of hair to be nice and wet. Lather. I want it to be lathered beautifully. And I get the best stuff you can buy, and I dump it all over. And then I turn on the water, and the damn water drips out. Takes me. I can't get the stuff out of my hair. It's a horrible thing. No, it's terrible. Oh, you turn on the sink and the faucet. You turn it, and no water, practically no water comes. So you leave your hands under there. You're trying to get the water. Well, he couldn't breathe. I said, are you okay in that beautiful suit? He had no idea where the hell he was. He's watching a parachute land, and he turns around to look at trees. $1,000. The monthly cost of a typical mortgage has doubled and tripled even. We had it at $2. Think of this. We were at 2.3%, and he's at probably 10%, but you can't get money. The numbers are crazy. The food numbers, the energy numbers. Dr. Ronnie Johnson, does everyone know Ronnie Johnson, congressman from Texas? He was the White House doctor, and he said I was the healthiest president he feels in history, so I liked him very much. All this money into the Green New Scam. It's a scam, one of the greatest scams in history. Although I give Zelensky, I think Zelensky is maybe the greatest salesman of any politician that's ever lived. Every time he comes to our country, he walks away with $60 billion. And I like him. You know, on the impeachment hoax #1, he was very good. He said, no, the president didn't threaten me at all. He could have been a grandstander and said, I was threatened, right, Matt? He could have said, I was threatened. So I like him. But he's the greatest salesman of all time. He walks in. So now here's the beauty. He just left 4 days ago with $60 billion. And he gets home and he announces that he needs another $60 billion, else it never ends. It never ends. I will have that settled prior to taking the White House as president-elect. I will have that settled. Got to stop it. Would it never happen? You earned it. A lot of people don't get tips. You don't like the service, you don't give them anything, right? You don't like the service, but somebody does a good job, they're supposed to pay tax on it. No, so we're ending that immediately, effective immediately when we get in. As we rescue, and I said to him, listen, Emmanuel, if you don't drop that tax immediately, no, I cannot do that. I said, yes, you can. If you don't tax it immediately, all wine, every bit of wine, every bottle of wine and champagne that you send into the United States, we're putting a 100% tariff on that wine or champagne. We don't want your wine and champagne. We make great stuff over here. And he said, Donald, that is not fair. I said, yeah, it's not fair to charge American companies 25%. I got to stick up for the companies. They're our job producers. He said, that is not fair. I said, Emmanuel, you have 24 hours to tell me. 10 minutes would be better. He calls me up 5 minutes later. Donald, we have agreed to terminate the 25% tax on America. I do things like this. You have no idea how many deals you could make on a phone. Crazy. On day one of my new administration, we will begin the largest deportation operation in American history. We have no choice. This is not sustainable. Thank you. And it doesn't make me happy to say that either. And you know what's going to happen. We'll get 10 terrorists and then one woman with 2 children that are beautiful children and everything, and that'll be the front page of every newspaper. It's never an easy thing to do. September 6th. But we have no choice. They start earlier. You know, it's sad when you have to go months early. It's crazy. What are they doing with all these votes? What are they doing? But Michael Watley's doing a fantastic job, along with Lara. We're doing a fantastic job at the RNC. We're leading in places that we've never led for 40, 50 years. Minnesota, we're leading by 2. We're leading in Virginia. We're leading in a lot of states that were not states that people even think about.
What's that?